Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Yomi. My name is Yomi. I will be explaining my stats and my grade school education. This video is meant to help future and current applicants apply to schools. That is the only reason I'm posting this. I'm not posting this to brag or to make people feel down. I've watched other stats videos and it made me honestly just feel like worthless. So I don't want to contribute to that process. I'm just doing this video because I know it can be really helpful and show some insight into the process. I want to show you that you don't have to be the valedictorian or salutatorian or a perfect robot that gets fives on every AP exam and that has only gotten straight A's their whole high school career to get into the Ivy League or to get into really good schools. You don't have to have that perfect application to get in. So that's what I originally thought when I applied when watching these videos in the summer, and it just really stressed me out. So some selective schools that I got into are Brown University, New York University, UNC Chapel Hill, Middlebury College, and University of Florida. Also keep in mind that the year I applied is the year of the global pandemic that changed college applications. So the year I applied is much different than the year before, and it's going to be much different than the years afterwards. So I did not have to submit SAT or ACT scores this year, which are a main part of college applications, generally speaking. I centered my application around the fact that I like to learn about languages and cultures, so that's what my essays and what a lot of my activities were about. That's what a lot of people recommend. So there are some people who they already know what they're going to gear their application towards when they're freshmen or sophomores because they already know about the process. But I wasn't aware of this. So a lot of my activities are just kind of scattered around and they're like different. They don't have anything to do with language and culture, but I just still tried to keep that theme in somewhere while also like showing different things that didn't have to do with that category to show that I was diverse, and that's all that matters. I have gone to public school my whole life. The schools I have gone to are not highly ranked. They're not private or boarding schools, but they're not super low either. However, they provide me with many opportunities. I live in Florida, which I know the South isn't known for their education.
Let me pretend I care. Okay, I'm done.
So I'm going to start with elementary school. In elementary, I took a type of IQ test that is administered at the school. It's called the gifted test. You have to be recommended by a teacher or your parents in order to take it. Because of my score after taking the test, I was put into something called the gifted program. I was in the gifted class through 3rd through 5th grade. Each grade had one gifted class. I was in the same class with most of the same people, 3rd through 5th grade. We worked at an accelerated pace and had a different curriculum than the rest of the grade. So fast forward to middle school, I took all of the classes that I had the opportunity to take advanced or honors, not by my choice, but because they put me in them. And my high school credit classes started in 7th grade, so that's where my high school GPA started. That was when I took my first high school class in 7th grade. So I really regret taking all of these high school classes in middle school. This is what they wanted us advanced kids to do. And it just really messed up my GPA because I got a lot of B's in classes.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
And like, for instance, I got a B in algebra, which made it so I got a B in algebra 2 and influenced my B in chemistry because I didn't get that good foundation for algebra because I just wasn't mature enough. I was not responsible enough to take these classes, and they were a lot of work. Just taking all of these classes at one time in middle school that were really advanced was just a lot for me, but it just was too much for me. So I deeply regret it.
I don't want to do it. I want to go home. Like, I can't take the pressure of it. But don't you think any job interview...
It was very stressful, and it put me too far ahead. So now I'm a senior and I don't have classes to take, you know? It's because I just started so early. So that's one thing that I did not like. So our weighted GPAs at my school, including like for middle school, including the high school credit classes, are on a 5.0 scale. And our unweighted GPAs are on a 4.0 scale. So for the weighted GPAs, honors classes are worth 4.5 points. AP, dual enrollment, and IB classes are worth 5.0 points. And colleges only care about your high school credit classes and activities. But my middle school classes that I took that were high school credit, those counted towards my GPA. So colleges had to look at those too. So those were important. So it's not okay to just give middle schoolers like really advanced classes that they're not necessarily ready for. They're high school credit classes for a reason. They're for high schoolers. In 7th grade, I took physical science honors, which I received a 94% A. In 8th grade, I took culinary arts honors, a cooking class, algebra 1 honors, biology honors, world history honors, and English 1 honors. Let's fast forward to high school. So starting in high school, I took my schedule very seriously. I didn't generally settle for classes that I didn't want to take besides classes that were required. to take. There are many different high schools in my area. We have school choice, so you can apply to any public school you want to go to. There's an art school, a technical school, a school that offers IB, many public schools, and a lot of private schools, whether they're Christian or Catholic schools. My school offers JROTC, AVID, and dozens of AP classes, which I know some schools may only offer one or two or even like a few AP exams. My school has a lot, which I'm very fortunate to have had the opportunity to take. And my school also wasn't strict on when you took AP classes. Generally, a freshman could take one AP class, but then when you were a sophomore, junior, and senior, you could take as many as you wanted. Advanced freshmen, they would give AP Human Geography. The freshmen that already took high school world history in 8th grade, they gave AP World History in 9th grade. So I took AP World History in 9th grade instead of AP Human Geography. Our school, it's 4 quarters, and there are 2 quarters in each semester, and there are 7 classes a day. In 9th grade, I took Geometry Honors, Chemistry Honors 1, English Honors 2, French 1, Personal Fitness, and Recreation, which is PE, Gifted Studies Honors, which is a class where people who are tested gifted, they take. Either they take that class, or they have to do a monthly consult with our gifted counselor, who's also the Gifted Studies teacher. And it's basically a study hall class. And then I took AP World History. So at the end of my freshman year, I found out my class rank, which was 55, I believe. One of my teachers told me. And this was when my sister was graduating the same year, and her class rank was way better. So I just felt like I wasn't doing enough, and my class rank wasn't good. I was in the top 9% of my class, but it just wasn't good enough for me. So I grinded for the next 3 years to try and get my class rank and my GPA as high as possible, and to try and beat out other people, which honestly, that should not be your motivation. And I'm still struggling with trying to fix that mentality now. So our class rank is based on our weighted GPAs, so on the 5.0 scale. So the more AP, Honors, IB, and DE classes that you take and get A's in, the higher your class rank will be. Don't become a slave to your schoolwork. I need to say that. It's unhealthy and can lead to dangerous circumstances. So don't end up harming yourself in the process because you're just so obsessed with school.
I don't need friends. They disappoint me.
The summer after 9th grade, I took Driver's Ed online and French 2 Honors online. Online classes, they're generally going to be listed with 2 grades next to them because those are based off semesters, so they don't average the 2 semesters together. So let's say I got an 89 in one semester and a 91 in the other semester. They would be putting as 2 separate grades in my transcript. They wouldn't average the grades together. For my high school, for the classes I took in person, they averaged the 2 semesters together. So if I got an 89 and a 91, I would end up getting a 90, which would be an A in the class. So in 10th grade, I took AP English Composition, AP French Language and Culture, which was full of female juniors. I was the only guy and the only sophomore. I took Anatomy and Physiology, which was mainly seniors, AP 2D Studio Art, Algebra 2 Honors, Digital Media, which is Photoshop, and US History Honors, which I was the only sophomore. It's a class for juniors, which I was like, oh, I'm getting ahead. But now, what classes do I have to take now?
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
So in the summer after 10th grade, I took French 3 Honors online and Spanish 1 online. In 11th grade, I took Gifted Studies Honors again, AP Drawing, Probability and Statistics Honors, AP English Literature and Composition, AP US Government, and AP Comparative Government and Politics, which are a semester each, AP Microeconomics and Economics and Financial Literacy Honors, which are a semester each as well, AP Capstone Seminar, which is the first year of AP Capstone, which is a class where you do research and write research papers. And in order to get the capstone diploma when you graduate, you have to have passed 4 separate AP exams plus the 2 AP capstone exams, so 6 AP exams. I also took French 4 Honors online, Spanish 2 Honors online, and Spanish 3 Honors online. I ended up taking Spanish 1, 2, and 3 in the course of less than 12 months. In 12th grade, I'm only going to tell you my first semester, which are the last grades that most schools see when you apply. I took AP Spanish Literature and Culture, which was only native speakers. I was the only non-native speaker in that class. Critical Thinking Skills, AP Capstone Research. I took Critical Thinking Skills again, which was originally listed as Gifted Studies, but they switched me out of Gifted Studies because they wouldn't allow me to take it for a 3rd time. But I had the same teacher when I took it with Critical Thinking Skills. But critical thinking skills, just learn about like businesses and car insurance and taxes and just stuff like that, like stuff you don't know how to do that are important for life. So my first critical thinking skills class, that's what we learned about. The second one, she just used the class as a study hall, which was good. So I also took AP Human Geography, which is a class where everybody was a freshman except me. AP Spanish Language and Culture, everyone was a Spanish speaker except me. French 5 honors online, and Chinese 1 Mandarin online, which was extremely hard. Like literally there would be some tests where every question was in characters and every answer was in characters.
Caillou! Ni hao! What?
Thankfully we could use our notes, but literally it would take me like 4 hours to do a 30 question test. So that was really hard. I have 38 credits. I'll graduate with around 42.5 credits. You only need 24 to graduate, and I could have graduated my junior year, but I decided not to. When I applied my GPA, my class rank I was ranked 19th out of 535, and my GPA was a 4.3955 on a 5.0 scale. And after the first semester of senior year, I was ranked 18th out of 535, and my GPA was a 4.4211. I'm going to be sharing my honors. They allow you to share awards that you've gotten, and you can put up to 5 awards or accomplishments that you've done. So I put Le Grand Concours National French Exam. I was a bronze medalist for 10th grade, and that was on the national level, because you can either put national level, state level, international level, or school level for how you got the award. So my next one was I was an AP scholar. I passed 9 AP exams, and that was 10th, 11th, 12th grade, and that was on the international level. I had AP French highest average, which was 10th grade. That was on the school level. I was best student in French in 9th grade, and that was on the school level. And I received my biliteracy/triliteracy seal, because I would get the biliteracy seal for French and for Spanish when I graduate, and that is on the national level.
I'm about to fail this test, but I'm still the best.
So I will not be sharing my SAT or my ACT scores. I did not take the SAT. I took the PSAT 3 times, one time in 9th, once in 10th, and once in 11th. I took the SAT twice, once before I applied and once after I applied to all my schools. And I didn't take the ACT because I frankly didn't want to. So I didn't take any SAT subject tests. Because of COVID, most colleges canceled their SAT/ACT requirements. However, some public universities in Florida still required them. I only submitted the 9 that I passed, but I took 10 exams, so I'll tell you all 10 scores. And they could still see it on my transcripts. So my freshman year, I took AP World History. I got a 3. My sophomore year, I took AP French Language and Culture. I got a 3. AP English Language and Composition. I got a 3. AP 2D Studio Art. I got a 5. And my junior year, I took AP English Literature and Composition. Another 3. AP Drawing. Got a 5. AP Capstone Seminar. 3. AP US Government and Politics. Got a 4. AP Comparative Government and Politics. Got another 4. AP Macroeconomics was the only exam that I have not passed, and I got a 2. And I didn't do any activities to look good for colleges.
No, weirdo.
I did them because I wanted to do them. But you do activities you want to do, and colleges, they want to see, at least the really selective colleges, they want to see that you're a leader in the activities that you do. They just don't want to see, oh, I was in the Colored Pencil Club for a year and I didn't do anything in it. Or I was in FCA for 2 years and I didn't do anything, or I wasn't active. They want to see that you're a leader in your activities. They have different activity groupings, like it has to be listed under a certain grouping. So the first one was foreign language. It was French. I was the National French Honor Society vice president. I did the Congrès Florida French contest for 3 years. I was in French Club, French Honor Society, and International Club. I did 6 years of French in a span of 4 years. Constant studying. I've watched dozens of French movies. I've been the lead role in 2 French plays. This activity was done in 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and postgraduate. I did this activity 15 hours a week, 52 weeks out of the year. Activity 2, another foreign language, Spanish. I was in National Spanish Honor Society, constantly studying and having conversations in Spanish. I've taken 5 years of Spanish in less than 2 years, which I did this activity for 11th, 12th, and postgraduate. I did this for 10 hours a week, 52 weeks out of the year. Activity 3, foreign language, again, Chinese. I spend hours studying Chinese, learning characters, and perfecting pronunciation and intonation. I did that 12th grade, and I hope to do postgraduate. And this is 15 hours a week, 52 weeks per year. Activity 4 is art. I was in AP 2D art, AP drawing, and I did art showcases. I have It's Yomi, which is my art business. I was in iArt Club and I was in the Ace Arts Coalition Showcase. So I have an art business. I draw, paint, and I've done sculptures. I created portfolios, comic strips, album art. I was in art showcases slash galleries. I was the county library card creator. So I did this activity 9th, 12th, 11th, 12th, and postgraduate. And this is 35 hours a week, 52 weeks a year. Activity 5 is art again. I was a company founder for my company, of course, and the website designer for my company. It's Yomi. My art business is dedicated to representing diverse nations, cultures, and tribes. I founded my business selling art. I built a website and store from scratch, managed funds. I spend long nights planning, creating art, videos, TikToks, etc. And this activity was 12th grade and postgraduate. So this was 15 hours a week and 30 weeks per year. Activity 6 was athletics. I did track and field. I was a 110 meter and 300 meter hurdles team leader. I focused on hurdles, even practicing late at night. I help coach my team since we don't have a hurdle coach, and I basically tell people how to hurdle. And I was number 1 in the conference right when COVID hit. I'm a former county champion, and I did this activity 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and postgraduate. And I did this 25 hours a week, 20 weeks per year. Activity 7, I was a sports announcer for soccer, and I was a boys/girls soccer manager. I was a sports broadcaster / entertaining commentator for school soccer, and I did the scoreboards sometimes. I was the manager, the ball boy, and I did and I was a stats recorder for 2 soccer teams, the boys and the girls team, during different stages, different years. So I did this activity 9th, 11th, and 12th grade, and I did 15 hours a week, 20 weeks per year. Activity 8, journalism / publication, a writer. I've written 4 drafts of a dystopian / coming of age novel, which I listed the title of the book that I'm writing. And it has a word count of 70,000 plus. And this entailed intense research. I did this 9th, 10th, 11th, and postgraduate, hopefully. I did this 30 hours a week, 48 weeks per year. Activity 9 is student government / politics. I was class president for 2 years, student council president for those 2 years as well. I was on student council, student government, and I was a class officer for 9th and 10th grade. I did this 25 hours a week, 45 weeks per year. So activity 10 was community service / volunteer. I worked in childcare. I watched children participate in activities with elementary youth during a conference. They looked to me as a leader. This was only in 10th grade, and it was 60 hours per week, and it was only that for that 1 week. So those are my activities. So those are the main things that I have to say. There are a lot of things that go into the college admissions process. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, it's so random. It's so random. That annoys me so much. The college admissions process is not random at all. It's very specific. They don't just randomly select people. They are looking for specific things. And for some schools, you may be academically qualified, but they may not want you because you're not what they're looking for, or because they don't think you'll fit in at the school, or you're not the right type of student to go there. And that's okay. They look for people of all different demographics, of all different races and ethnicities, people who speak different language, international students, students from the Midwest, students from the South, students from every state, students who are poor, students who only have one parent that they're living with, students whose parents are married, students whose parents are divorced. Because they want a diverse class, they want people to feel welcome, and they also want you to be able to learn from others' experiences. Because if the school is just filled with people who all have the same experiences, you're not going to learn as much and you're not going to grow. College is about growing as a person and not only learning who you are, but learning about the world and how other people live. It's not just about an education and getting your degree. So that's what higher education is like in the United States from what I understand. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more college videos or art videos or culture videos, make sure to subscribe. And I hope you vibed with me this video and you like this video. And if you have any questions, make sure to comment them down below. And also, hopefully I can make a college Q&A video for the admissions process. And just comment questions down below. And if I get enough, hopefully I'll make a video. So thank you.